everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a review, swatches, and also a tutorial on this eye look that I'm wearing using the new Face Candy Atlantis palette. If you have been living under a rock, this is a dupe to a palette that doesn't even exist. Face Candy actually came out with this palette right here, which they were duping the Tarte April Fool's palette, which was called Icy Beach. But they duped a palette that doesn't even exist, which isn't that kind of funny? But this is what these shades in here look like. You get beautiful teals, blues, green shades in this beautiful palette right here. So if you want to see my thoughts on this palette, see a tutorial on this look that I'm wearing, and also swatches on this, just keep on watching. But first, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. So let's just jump right in. I actually picked up my palette on the Shop Hush app. They have a lot of palettes that are from Face Candy and Bad Habit as well, and they also have different brands also that they actually come out with dupe to higher end palettes. So of course the Face Candy brand came out with a dupe to the Tarte April Fool's palette, which was Icy Beach. It's probably the other way, but I'm saying it that way. But yeah, they came out with this palette. This palette does retail for $14. And let me go ahead and read on the Shop app what the details on this palette are. So it says, explore a sea of possibilities with this 12 cool tone shades of Atlantis with an ultra pigmented smooth formula. This collection features 7 mattes, 5 shimmer shades. The teals, turquoise, rich blues of this palette will give you the perfect splash of color. So again, this does retail for $14. I actually picked my palette up for $7 something, because if you do not know, if you get on the Shop Hush app every single day, they actually give you like coins or shop, is that what they're called? Let me check. They are called Hush Rewards, as you can see right here. Can you guys see that? So you click into your little profile over here, and that's where you could find it. You click on the Shop Rewards. As you can see, I have 84 rewards, which are actually 84 cents, but I actually had accumulated like $4 and something, so I used that onto my purchase. So, and then I already collected my points for today, but you would just click on right here where it says claim, and then it would tell you how many points you collected. So then you just get on every single day, and it's like every 16 hours, I believe. But yeah, I got my palette for $7 and something, because again, I used those points. And then I also did use a influencer's code, which was 10% off. And yeah, I got even more off of it. So again, I picked up my palette for $7. So you do get 12 color shadows. The net weight is 0.42 ounces, 12 grams, and I do want to mention that this palette is cruelty free. So then here is the palette. You get the same packaging. I really like the packaging of this. It's like really smooth. It kind of reminds me of the NARS packaging. This is cardboard packaging again, and then you do again get a magnetic closure. I just love like these kinds, cardboard packaging, magnetic closure. I just feel like it's perfect for traveling. It fits on the palm of my hand. And then you do get also a protective sheet that I took out while I was using. You do get a pretty good mirror as well, and then here are the beautiful shades you get. So mine is a little messy, but here are shades close up if you want to see them close up. So today was the first time I actually used this palette, and this is my first Face Candy brand. I do have the Bad Habit brand. I have like the Infierno palette, which is a dupe to the Heat. I have the, I don't know what it's called on the top of my head, but I have the Huda Beauty dupe, the Desert Dusk, and I do have the Subculture dupe as well. But I do find that these are pretty powdery. Like, you only need to dip your brush in one time, and there's a lot of kickback. Let me go ahead and show you guys, like, you just do it a few times and there's like kickback, and of course the brush is coated as well, but there is kickback. You really need to be careful when using like these dupe palettes, just because there is kickback and they are pretty pigmented as well. So I recommend you guys going in with a little bit of product at a time, just because one dip of your brush into the shadow will pretty much grab a whole bunch of color. I did swatch these shades. Once I was swatching them with my fingers, they did feel really smooth, but again, there is kickback. So if you do not like kickback, you might not like this palette or any of their palettes from Shop Hush, I should say, because all of them pretty much have kickback when you dip your brush in there. Overall, I am content with this palette. I really wanted that Tarte palette, the April Fool's palette, and I was super sad to find out that it was just, again, an April Fool's joke from Tarte, which I feel like they dropped the ball on that palette just because a lot of people were really excited for that palette and something different from just like warm tone shades, you know? So I was really excited when they showed us that palette, and then of course it was an April Fool's joke. I actually do have another dupe type of palette that I had picked up. These are just sold as individual shadows. These are from the brand Sydney Grace and Company, I believe. I haven't used these yet. I have swatched a few and they do feel pretty pigmented as well. But I did pay $40 or $45 for this 12 shades, and I just have them in this Coastal Scents little palette here. I had them in a Z palette, but I don't know, I just wanted like in a palette type and just these. So I have these again. So yeah, this is a like $40-$45 palette, but you just get the single eyeshadows, you don't get a palette. And then this one, you get a palette and it's only $14. I don't know, between the two, I really like this, that it's just like in this palette already. And I like the option of the blues and greens and teal shades. I like color. I wouldn't wear this like every single day, of course, but I would rock this randomly at times. But I'm happy with this palette. I'm glad I picked it up. I'm glad I have it in my collection. Again, it's super pigmented. There is kickback. It's not like it's the best palette in the whole wide world or anything, but I just love the combination of shades in here that you just get something different. I hope you guys enjoyed this review and swatches. Now I'm going to jump into the eye tutorial if you are interested. If you did enjoy this video, again, please thumbs it up. So let's just jump right into the tutorial. So I did already prime my eyelids, and I just took my Essence I Love Stage eyeshadow base. And of course, to set my eyeshadow primer, we're going to go into the Atlantis palette, and I'm going to be taking white caps right here and just setting my whole lid, just to make sure that this eyeshadow base isn't super sticky and my eyeshadows aren't going to be skipping. So I'm going to be taking a fluffy brush, and the first shade I'm going to take is Stormy Waters right here, this like greenish shade there. And you do want to go with the super light hand because they do have quite a bit of kickback and they are pretty pigmented as well. I only dipped my brush in there one time and look how much color I have. You do want to work with a little bit at a time also, just so you can build up, because you don't want to apply too much onto the lids because it's easier to, of course, apply a little bit at a time and blend and build up than applying too much, and then you really can't really blend out. So the key is to apply a little bit again and build up. I'm going to be taking a more denser brush for my crease, and I'm going to be taking this shade right here, which is called Deep Sea. And again, going in a few times into the shadow, and then I'm just applying this in my crease just to deepen this crease out a little more. I'm going to be taking this Sigma E47 shader crease brush, and I'm going to mix both of these shades again and just really make sure it's in my crease to deepen it up. We're going to cut the crease here in a bit, so I just want to make sure this line is kind of defined. Like so. So now what I'm going to take is my Maybelline Age Rewind concealer and a small like smudging brush like this, and I'm just going to pack it onto my brush and just clean off some of the shadow that's on my lids and create like a cut crease. I'm going to do it like a half cut crease. So now I'm going to go into my palette again, and I'm going to mix Poseidon and Swell together with a flat brush. And these ones are kind of pigmented, so just go a couple times like that. As you can see, my brush is coated, and I'm just going to be packing this in the center part of my lid first. And we're going to do like a gradient effect, but I want to do the middle color first. And then I'm going to flip it over and kind of clean off the tip part of it, and I'm going to take it was this one right here called Tidal, and apply it in my inner corner, inner part right here. So what we want to do to kind of not have like a harsh line is kind of turn back and forth the brush to kind of blend both shades together, so it's not like a super harsh line. And then for my outer corners, I'm going to be taking a more denser brush. This is the Morphe M433 brush, and I'm going to go in with this blue shade, which is called Empire. And this one also has some fallout, as you can see there. So just tap it once, tap off any excess and then tap onto the outer corner right here. And again, kind of stamping on top of the middle color that we applied just to kind of blend everything as well. And lastly, I'm going to be taking this Morphe M321 brush and going in with the light shade over here again just to highlight my brow bone. And going back with my fluffy brush and blend out any harsh lines. The upper lash line is complete. I'm going to be applying some wing liner and lashes off of camera. Lashes that I'm going to be applying is this House of Lashes Iconic Light Lashes, and finish off the rest of my face. And I will be right back to finish the lower lash line with you guys. So now we're going to finish off the lower lash line. So I'm going to be taking my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in Deep End and just applying this to my waterline. You want to take a really small, precise brush. You can take a pencil brush. I just have this. This is, again, the Sigma E47 brush. And I'm going to take the dark blue shade, which is Empire, and apply it really closely to my waterline just to set it. And I'm also going to smoke this out. I'm going to be taking my fluffier brush. This is the Coastal Scents Classic Blending Brush. And I'm going to take, I think, a dab of each one of those two shades, Stormy Waters and Deep Sea, and just blend out any harsh lines. And what I'm going to do is take that shade that I took in my inner corners, which was Tidal, with my flat brush, and just bring it in to my inner corners and lower lash line there. And then I'm going to finish off this look with a few coats of mascara to my lower lashes. So this is the final look. If you are interested in what lip I have on, I did a combo of two products. It's the NYX Matte Lipstick in the shade Euro Trash. And I also added some gloss on top of it, which is the NYX Butter Gloss in Praline. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this review, swatches, and also tutorial on this Atlantis palette. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please also subscribe if you have not done so already, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!